Hello and happy podcast day, Falcon Paladin.
Thank you, Sir Somicron. Good to be here on another podcast day. It is 100 degrees outside, which sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. Sucks to be you. Wow.
I would
It's
take your rain over this heat any day. I can tell you
wow.
that much.
That makes sense. You live in a desert. Water is always a precious resource.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if it rained all the time, I'd be like, nah, screw the rain. But because it happens, I think we haven't had rain in like 6 weeks now. So,
Oh wow.
kind of miss it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure do.
Yep. I believe it. I can take it or leave it at this point. I've had it, on and off for like 3 weeks. It feels like.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous and
Yeah.
terrible.
I mean, not even a lot of rain. Like today's been the first like really heavy rain. It's just been like we're gonna have a little sprinkle now. And I'm like, but could you not?
Yeah, could you hold off on that and maybe not rain all the time? Appreciate ya.
That would
Yeah.
yep. That would be cool. But nope.
No, not allowed. Not at all. Have I complained to you about doing thumbnails for YouTube Shorts before?
Um, many times.
Okay, good. It still sucks. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna let us do our own thumbnails from the videos we've uploaded to your platform, just be like Instagram and be like, hey, look, you can do this on the website. You can get very precise with it. You don't have to use the app. Or just be like TikTok does that too. Or just be like Blue Sky or Twitter, where it's like, we are not going to allow you to set your own thumbnail, upload your video, and bam, here it is. Like, pick one of those two, YouTube. If you don't want us to set our own thumbnails, fine. I get it. But if you're going to let us set them, why? Why only on the app? And why does it lag so much? It sucks. That's all. That's my rant. We're done.
You're talking about specifically for picking a thumbnail out of a frame of the video itself.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's because YouTube doesn't want people doing that.
Well, then don't let us do it. That's what I'm saying. Take it away from us. If you're going to do it that way, then I'm fine with it.
But it knows that some people do, so they still let you have it in some manner.
Yeah. And no, and if you look at the successful shorts that are out there, they're not just, random I got caught chewing on some gum or like my mouth is open for no reason. It's like they're really staged, well done thumbnails, which means somebody went through and scrubbed through the whole thing with their finger and went,
But if you do it on PC, you can upload a custom thumbnail.
that's true.
That's
So
what they want
maybe
you to do. They want you to, they want you to do that.
Hang on a second. Is it that simple, or is my shorts?
I don't know if it's for shorts. It could be that that's different, but it's the same. It's like that for regular format videos.
I know it is. You're talking to me. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says thumbnail. You can change the thumbnail on the YouTube mobile app. It says.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, So if I could just go screenshot, crop thumbnail, I'd do it. That'd be a billion times easier than the current system. But that's not what they do. Anywho, I don't really want to talk about that too much.
You
It's
don't?
constantly annoying, and that's all.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm glad you got that.
That's it.
I'm glad you got that off your chest.
Me too. Anywho, yeah, things are good. What else are we going to talk about here? We've got movies to talk about. We have books to talk about. We have
true.
new tattoos to talk about.
Well, it's just more work on my leg sleeve.
Uh-huh.
So that's neat. It hurts. Yeah, not a whole lot to go on about that. It's still not done. So, In fact, I didn't even realize there was more background to line. So I thought we were just doing background shading, and then he goes, "Oh, I gotta draw some more on you, and then we're gonna do the outlines for that." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And he goes, "So when did you want this to stop?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, Well, well, are we doing your foot as well? I'm like, I don't think we have anything prepared for the foot, And like,
Yeah.
what about up beyond your knee? I'm like, again, it feels like this is a big thing to spring on me. And he's like, oh yeah, that's a fair point. Because we don't have any art that's like if we were to continue this up or down.
Right.
So I was like, I thought we were stopping it where it stops.
Okay. So that's the plan?
Oh no, we're definitely gonna expand to the foot at least.
Okay.
Make that a cohesive piece if we can.
There you go. That's the spirit. Ah, all right. Cool deal. So what do you want to talk about first?
We can talk about weapons.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, let's talk about weapons.
So here's my experience with weapons. I was just seeing a lot of buzz about it online. A couple of people I know, I used to work with, were like, dude, this is great. And it's one of those movies where they're like, we're not going to tell you anything, just go watch it. And I was like, oh, those are kind of movies that I like. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
I didn't watch the trailer because I never watched trailers. I didn't know what to expect. I went into it. And then without talking about the movie afterwards, I found out it was directed by a former member of the Whitest Kids You Know comedy sketch group that I've been a
Oh.
big fan of for a few years now, Zach Clegger.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, yeah, so it's just these four dudes, these four white boys who write their own sketch comedies and act in them. And they managed to get on TV somehow, which it's the kind of humor that's like YouTube, right? It's like kind of pushing boundaries here, weird, not exactly super relatable to everyone. Like there are tons of YouTube sketch comedy groups that do this, and they managed to get on TV between 2007 and 2011. And I'm trying to figure out where they aired
Comedy Central.
because, right, that would make sense if that's where they were. But release date March 20th, 2007. Here's the country of origin. Here's the language. Tell me what TV network you were on. IMDb. When did it premiere? How long are the episodes? What's the IMDb rating? Who created this? Who wrote it? Who directed it? Oh my gosh. Do I have to go to the freaking Wikipedia page for this?
That's what I'm looking. Network, Fuse, and IFC.
See, there you go. Independent film channel and some network called Fuse I've never heard of in my life.
It was
So they were.
It was Fuse for 2007, and then from 2007 to 2011, it was IFC. So.
Oh, so it's the same thing. Nice. That simplifies it. Yeah. So independent film channel, right? Where it's just like these dudes are there. They're doing independent work. The IFC is like, yeah, man. Like we'll do somebody's independent film about watching a flower grow for 3 weeks, right?
Sure.
Like that tracks. Anyway, so yeah, so that's it. So I was surprised to find out that was the case after I watched it, which is kind of interesting experience. That's all.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So they like just to give you an example of their humor. One of their sketches is called "A Gallon of PCP." Okay. And these two dudes running to each other at the park, and one dude's like, "Man, I haven't seen you since high school. How you doing?" The other guy is carrying a gallon of liquid, and as this conversation goes on, you realize it's a gallon of PCP.
Of course it is.
And the other guy is like, "Wow, a gallon." And then, because, again, this is the humor. You find out that he's a drug addict, and his family's been kidnapped by the cartel, and 2 of his children have already died, and he's taken this PCP to bargain for his wife's life. It's like this dark, dark, dark comedy stuff, right? And it's one of their most popular sketches for the people that like Whitest Kids You Know. Okay. So the fact that one of them ended up writing a couple horror movies with elements of comedy makes a lot of sense in hindsight. Like I totally get it. Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Anyway, so weapons, the conceit of weapons is that there's this small town in Pennsylvania or something. And at 2:17 a.m., every one of the kids in this second grade class at the local elementary school, gets out of their bed, goes out the front door, and runs off. Naruto running, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
Not exactly, but basically,
Like
right?
T-posing, running. Like
Yes.
this.
Yes, like airplanes.
Yeah.
And they disappear. Cops can't find him. Only one kid in the class didn't do this. He shows up for school the next day, and he's the only kid who does. Everybody else is missing, and that's the mystery of the show,
Yeah.
of the movie. Yeah, so that's your conceit.
Yep, that is a bare bones fact about what happens at the start of the movie.
Thank you. Just figured we'd get the audience on board with what the conceit, what's going on here.
We then get several events, but from different people's perspectives. Like it flips around from the school teacher to like one of the parents to this junkie to a cop. You know,
Yep.
we see events unfold over the course of a couple days. I feel like,
Sounds about right.
yeah. I feel like it was pretty tense the first time you go through any event where it's like she's sneaking into like the house, the backyard to like peer through a window.
Yeah.
And every time there was a close-up shot on something and then it would pan, I'm like, there's going to be someone behind them. There's going to be someone behind them. Every time. Because I don't think I've watched a horror movie in forever. And it was made very clear to me that when I got into the theater and they played only horror movie trailers, what kind of movie this was going to be.
Right.
And I did not enjoy that. But the more times that they revisit a location or a time, an event, and a place, you understand a little bit more, and it's significantly less scary because events don't tend to change. You just get some perspective on them.
Right. Right. That's fair. Because a lot of the first half of the film is you get a scene from one character's perspective. They interact with another character, and then later you get the other character's perspective of the day, and part of it involves meeting up with the person that you already saw their perspective of what happened, and just kind of seeing it from a different point of view. So it's kind of a Rashomon thing too, a little bit. We talked about Rashomon on the pod.
Yes, probably. I assume so. Yeah.
So it's just a concept. The entire concept of the play is that there is a sexual assault happens. And I think this happens in like ancient Japan. The setting's interesting that way.
Okay.
And then you get perspectives of 4 different people, all heavily involved in this event. And you get to see what their perspective of the thing is. And the whole point of Rashomon is to teach you that perspective is different. People see different things. People believe what they want to believe. People ignore things they don't want to see. People categorize events as one way when other people see them as entirely different things, right? That's Rashomon. So there's a little bit of that going on here. Not a ton. Like, I don't think any of the messaging in the show is that everyone has their own story.
No. This is it's very much like a woman finds her car vandalized, and then we find out who vandalized it.
So that's mostly what's going on.
Yeah.
Or like the cop shows up to have drinks with his friend and his finger's injured, and then his story, we find out how his finger got injured.
Yeah.
Right? But there's tiny bits of it. They're not, it's a weird choice because they're not ostentatious with it. They're not very obvious about it. But just little stuff like that scene where teacher and cop meet for drinks at the bar. When he walks in, her lines are different from his perspective than hers. She gets she gets up from her chair and walks several feet to where he is in his perspective. In her perspective, she stands up, but she doesn't approach him.
Oh, okay.
But again, it doesn't matter.
Well,
like, it doesn't have anything to do with the movie's main point.
No.
But it's just interesting that they did it that way.
But yeah, so it definitely tells us more about like what that character was perceiving, I guess. This is just like the flattest way to put it, because they go on to have like an affair. There's like an implied sex scene, or 3 seconds of it. Which, actually, fun fact, I was texting my brother as the movie was starting, being like, hey, you're a teacher. There are some high school kids from your school in my showing of this MA15 plus movie.
Yeah.
So that was neat. But yeah, and I guess it does technically make more sense. Like, we given a like that tiny little fraction of if I had recognized that they were different. Problem is, you get his version of the bar scene and her version at like different ends of the movie. Like, there's a good 45 minutes in between those in which I'd forgotten how her version plays out exactly.
Okay.
Right. Like, it was just long enough. It was long enough for me to like know what happened, but not to pick up on a difference. But like, if from his perspective, because he's cheating on his fiance, right? If his version is he gets to the bar and she's like way more into him than what is actually happening. Like, if he remembers it of like, oh, she got up to me, she offered me a hug, and not I came to pick up an old ex who's maybe drunk at the bar and take her home. Because her perspective is a lot of him being like, I hope you're not planning to drive home. And from his perspective, we don't get that.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, that's something that on the subreddit, the post about the movie, on the movie subreddit, that's something that people are arguing about to this day.
Oh, really?
It's like, did he go there with the intent of sleeping with her? Or did she like kind of intentionally get him drunk so he didn't want to drink, but then she pressured him into it, or was he just planning on doing it the whole time? It's like, we don't know. Like, it's good writing, right? Because you don't know. We're not inside their head. We don't get their inner monologues. We don't know what their intents are. All we get are their actions.
I think the moment in her, like, her version of the scene is longer. But the moment he's like asked, like, oh, does Stacy, I don't remember her name, does Stacy know you're here? And he goes, no, we're kind of on a break. Like, we're kind of like, from that moment on, I think we can agree that he is on board for whatever's about to happen. Because
he's intentionally misrepresenting his relationship with his wife.
Right.
Yes.
But we already know that he might have AIDS at that point. Like,
that's another point. Yeah.
And so he's maybe a piece of shit. By not disclosing that. Because he's like, finger's just a work thing. Don't worry about it. It's like, that's not a work thing. That's a huge deal thing.
And it's not that he's an idiot and doesn't recognize the ramifications because he's freaking out about it when it happens.
Right.
He knows it's a thing and then just completely plays it off. Yes, complete total piece of shit.
Yeah.
Additionally, he punches a dude that he is arrested and is in handcuffs.
Wow. I mean, it is
and
the
then
police.
goes to his... I'm just saying, and then he goes to the police chief and is like, so that's on the dash cam.
He's like, well, as long as he doesn't come in and file a report against you, that footage will get overwritten in about a month. So don't worry about it. Which, God, I hope that's not how that works, but it probably is.
I mean, yes. I don't know if it's a universal thing, but yeah, it happens for sure.
So just on the notion of everyone's perspective, I did watch a video about The Rookie, a cop show, right?
With Nathan Fillion.
Yeah. And it presents the idea, like the video, not the TV show, was that the idea that technology won't help improve the police all that much, because if you give police like body cameras, what you end up getting is just reinforcing evidence of the cop's perspective, and that's usually not good in cases where, or useful in cases where you're trying to hold police liable or accountable, I should say. And then the video is much more detailed, and I watched it 6 months ago, so you're gonna have to forgive me for not giving more information. But I thought that was a neat thing to see here again, where the police, a lot of the flaws in body cams or having dash cams on the cars they have holes. That this won't fix everything just because we're recording police all the time.
Yeah, certainly not. I mean, anybody that portrays it as 100% fix is wrong. But data is data, progress is progress. It helps on some level.
Probably.
Yeah.
The video also raised points that you then make the police, and because they're now dependent on equipment from a private company, they're actually now dependent on them. And so if suddenly, what was the examples they gave? It was like this private company that also supplies body cameras to like the Detroit police is also building simulated like cityscapes for the police to train in. And you have this huge crossover, and it's like, okay, so maybe police might be being bought out by corporations through this.
Yes.
So again, maybe progress is progress, maybe data is data, but it also has a lot of strings attached. And I came out of that video a lot less hopeful about body cameras, than I am now. Than I was
Before. Yeah. No, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, and I mean the number of stories that I've read where it's like this happened, there's an accusation, and the body camera was off.
Yep.
And it's like, oh
yeah.
Huh.
Yep. or just like, we have it, we're not releasing the footage to the public, or
that,
or they
totally that,
or the footage gets out there somewhere, and there's a cop saying something. The other guy's like, "Cameras live, guy. Cameras like just." Anyway, weapons. So some kids go missing. We get events from everyone else, and like a lot of spooky stuff. I think the moment the movie stopped really being scary is when the principal attacked the lady at the garage, and I'm like,
okay,
this is Naruto zombies. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, once that's the threat and you can categorize it,
right,
then it definitely gets less scary, certainly.
It's also because it happens during the day, so it's not even like your mind's playing tricks on you, or you can use the illusion of night to make it more scary. It's this guy running down the street and trying to kill a lady. And it's like, okay, we've met this character, we know he's not crazy, so something's controlling him. And at that point, it becomes...
Or he's been bitten or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But at that point, it becomes identifiable, rather than just maybe magic.
Which it is.
Well, yeah, which it still is, but maybe magic is a lot less defined than mind control magic, you know?
Yes, very specific type of magic, right.
Yeah, it's a lot less scary.
Yeah. So it turns out... I guess one point I want to make is that... early in the first act, you have the fact that it's been a month and the cops have like no leads on anything. They have no idea what happened. They have no clues. They've been using dogs. They can't find anyone. They have doorbell cameras. That's a very big part of this movie. They see the kids walking out the front door of their own volition. They're not being kidnapped, so they know that, right? But other than that, they don't have any information at all. It's been a month. And all the parents the only thing they have to cling on to is like, the teacher. Like the one comment all our kids had was they had the same second grade teacher. So she's got to know something.
Right.
And so that's where all of their paranoia and all of their guilt and all of their anger gets latched onto is this poor second grade teacher. And
sorry, I was going to say, I was like, man, she's really hot. What else has she been in? She plays the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four.
Yes, she does.
Who Johnny refers to as like a hot alien. I'm like, okay, yep, I see it now.
Yeah, Julia Gardner. She's also in Ozark. I think that's where most people really saw her. That was kind of her big part.
Okay.
And just as an aside, I think she's great. I think she's a really good actress. Like, she's put in different positions all over this movie, different situations, different interactions. I think she nailed all of it.
Yeah. She's great.
I also like that the way they wrote her character is not that she's this like second grade teacher and she's timid as a mouse and she just loves the kids and she never does anything wrong and she's a wonderful human being. And why is everyone being so mean to her? It's like she's kind of a piece of shit too.
It does.
And I kind of like that.
It does kind of start that way when she's like, well, I'd really like to see Zach. Or not Zach, Alex. His name's Alex.
Yes.
And you like
the one kid who didn't run out of his door.
Right.
Door, yeah.
And the principal has to be like, no, it's inappropriate. You've been, accused of inappropriate contact with kids. And it's like, I gave a crying girl a hug. And it's like, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I know. You can't do that.
Right. And then after that, we get the scene where they're in like the city hall or whatever. And like, the parents are outrageous and being like, I want to know what she's got to say, right? And then from there, he's like, oh, just drive home. Just go home. If you don't have anywhere else family to save, just go home. And then where do we see her going? We see her going to a liquor store to pick up 2 huge bottles of vodka.
Yes.
So,
which is like, he said go home anyway. And then she's got booze at home. Like, that's the best part, is you're like, well, maybe she doesn't have anything. He gets home, no, she has other booze. It's like, all right.
yeah.
Well, and then too, an important part of her character is that she's not the most eloquent person. They put her in front of the parents of the students, and she can't really get anything out.
No.
She can't just be like
But
empathizing and putting them at rest. Like, she can't in any way get them to think that she's clean here. She can't do it. She doesn't have that ability, and I thought that was interesting too.
yeah, I mean, I can definitely empathize with her in that, because like it's probably the first time she's ever stood up in front of an angry mob baying for her blood to know what she knows.
Yeah.
And all she really has to say is, I don't know, but I am grieving as much as you are for like the loss of these kids. Like, I love them just as much as I could as a teacher professionally in this role. Strictly no more. But
right. And I think she could have done it. I think she could have overcome the parents' concerns. And she doesn't come close. She goes 0 for 5 at bats in that baseball game. It just goes down swinging every time. It's really hard to watch.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, again, I just like that this is the type of character that's written. It's just she's complicated. She's not
very
perfect.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does love the kids, and that's a great thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then one of the Josh Brolin, parent of one of the kids in the class, were running spray paints. Like, impossible to remove spray paints witch on her car because it's there for the rest of the movie. Like, what is this? What is this magic paint that cannot be removed at all?
Well, you can remove it. She doesn't want to also scratch up the paint that's already there.
Well, I think it's better than having witch on the side of your car for the rest of your life, lady. Just saying.
Well, she could sell the car later.
Take the scratches. Yeah. So we're like, oh, this is a horror movie. Is she a witch? Did she do something? And she's
immediate red herring. I never suspected her for a second.
I know, but there's a little bit of that going on. They're trying to toss you. They're tossing you the red herring, and whether you pick it up or not is up to you.
Right. I would say the moment she's not in suspicion of being the witch is when she's at home, and she's like looking through the curtains, and there's people, and there's like a shady car down the street. And then there's banging on the door, and then there's no one there. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Witches don't haunt themselves. And for the record, we never figure out who does that.
We don't.
It could be assumed that it was the guy, Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. Yeah.
But, like, he's not...
We never see it.
We never see it. He's not magic enough to disappear instantly.
No. And my thought about that scene was, look, it's obviously one of the parents who's pissed off and they want to freak you out. You know what you don't do in that situation? You don't go out on your front lawn and look around like, oh, what was that?
Right.
Like, you know what makes people stop pounding on your door? Nothing happening. No reaction at all. Nobody looks out the window. Nobody leaves the house. You're affecting no one as far as you can tell, and then you give up because it's boring. Leaving your house is the worst possible thing you can. I was so mad at her. I was like, look, number one, if it's just somebody trying to scare you, you're giving them what they want. Number two, if somebody wants to hurt you, you just left your house. Are you insane?
Right.
That's all. Yeah.
It's like, way to force a confrontation, lady.
Yeah. And you're like 5'6", 100 pounds soaking wet. Like, anybody who wants to hurt you, you're not winning that fight. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's the case. She gets a cop to stay over the next day to protect her.
She sure does. Anyway, one of my other favorite scenes is that finally, after a month, Josh Brolin dad's like, let's do some science here. Let's do some detective work. So he's got the Ring video of his kid running out the front door on a very straight line out of the front door across this road into some woods. And he's like, maybe that's a straight line too somewhere. So he goes to the house of another family whose kid is also missing. And he talks to the mom of this kid and is like, hey, so can I see you guys have a Ring camera on your front door. Can I see? And she's like, I'm not comfortable with that. No. And then he waits around for dad to come home.
Surprise,
Mom
Justin
said
Long.
no. Ask Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Justin Long, a character an actor I
It
haven't seen in
is.
anything for ages. Um,
Me
uh,
neither. I was like, Justin Long? I haven't seen him in 20 years. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So he gets essentially rough manhandled, like his arm twisted, and to be like, "You're comfortable with me seeing the ring footage, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll see
One
this."
of my favorite scenes is Justin Long and Josh Brolin
At the
sitting at the computer
and
looking at it, and then the
she's on
wife in the background just like
like
staring daggers at everyone.
right.
I think that was my favorite shot of the whole movie.
Ugh.
Oh man.
So I just wanted to look at what else Justin Long's done for a while. He was in
Uh-huh.
Barbarian.
He was in Barbarian. I watched Barbarian. I watched this movie and was like, huh, Zach Clegger. He did another movie that I didn't know existed 2 years ago. It's on Netflix. I have that. Let's watch another horror movie today. So I did. So I've seen Barbarian, and Justin Long has a way bigger part in that
Oh,
movie.
does he?
Holy smokes. He has way more to do. I imagine anybody that watched Barbarian and was like, Justin Long, let's go. And then he's in like 1.5 minutes of scene and is like, aw, Justin Long didn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So
Yeah. So he figured out that their kid ran out the front door straight on too. And he goes,
well,
let's see where these points meet on a
Yeah.
map, where
Yeah.
they intersect, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, the cops really not do this? Did they really not just be like, maybe they didn't turn at all? Maybe every kid went straight to where they were going, and if we look there, we'll find them. I mean, the cops in this movie are utterly and completely and internally useless in every possible way. They help no one. They solve no crimes.
oh,
They're terrible.
they prevent a break-in of a
Did
abandoned
prevent,
building.
did prevent a break-in of an abandoned factory. Yes, that's true. That did happen. Otherwise, they're terrible.
Yep.
Yeah. So then it turns out that, yes, the kids are all at this house. If you follow their trajectory of running, they went straight there because that's how the witch magic works. I just wanted to see a kid leave their front porch and like take a hard right. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if we saw any of them do that. They all pretty much cross the street and kind of head out straight from where their front door's facing, right?
Kind of, yeah.
And there's no way every kid was directly facing the witch house.
Right. I
Yeah.
think the movie, like, its internal logic maybe falls apart when we get to the final scene where the kids are chasing someone, and we see that they will go in a straight line to chase that person through windows, and it's like,
Yes.
but the kids, when they were summoned the first time and were running all in a straight line out their front door, did not come across anything that they could jump through that time.
Yeah. Or didn't go through their own front window.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. And that, like, no other ring cameras caught kids running. Like,
Yeah.
the only video we have are the parents of the kids' front porch video leaving the end. We don't have any other cameras out there.
They don't run past
with
the
that
gas
footage.
station. They don't run by
Yeah.
anything.
They can go right through someone's backyard. And the fact that nobody's out walking their dog at 2 a.m. because they're an insomniac is just like, are you
Right.
serious? Nobody's out there.
There-
Nobody works the graveyard shift and they're driving home from work and saw these kids.
There are no
That's all.
there are no bakers getting up at
Yes.
2:16 to go to work in this quaint little neighborhood.
Exactly.
Although, given the size of the houses, I can agree there's no bakers living there.
Yeah, it's a fairly middle class, upper middle classy neighborhood. Pretty big houses. Older houses, not like super new or anything, but yeah, big. Big enough. Yeah. So then it turns out that poor little Alex, he's living at home with his mom and dad, and they love each other best. And mom's aunt is going to come stay with him for a few days because this happens sometimes and it's not that weird. And she shows up and she's a witch and she mind controls mom and dad, and they're in a catatonic state for the rest of the movie. And The witch never says this, but I think she's trying to suck the life force out of other people to remain young.
So she's sick, and she says she's sick,
Yeah.
and that she thought Alex's mom and dad would make her better, but it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, but now she
Yeah.
wants 17 children because that might work. And
Yeah.
we're never shown what she tries to do with the kids to like get their youth or whatever.
They're in the basement, standing there.
Because you got to put them somewhere.
Yeah. It really seems like if she's in proximity to someone, she can suck away their youth and bring it to her.
We don't know what her plan is.
We don't, because she never says it.
No.
No,
and
we don't.
If she tries it, we don't know. If it's not working, we don't know. The only conclusion that we have that maybe it's not working or it's not going to work is that eventually one too many people like knock on the front door and she's like, pack your things, we're leaving tomorrow. She's going to take Alex and just leave and go and find new children to suck.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think I like it. I think I like the fact that she never sits down and she's like, I'm sucking the youth out of these kids.
Right.
And there's a scene of her like pulling life energy from the children.
Right.
We don't get any of that stuff at all.
We don't need her to be Gul'dan in the Warcraft movie.
No, we don't. Yeah. So it feels very down to earth. And another point that somebody on the subreddit made that I thought was a good one was that it seems like her witchcraft is not... She doesn't have any inherent powers, but she knows how to use tools to do magical things.
Right.
And if she didn't have the tools and didn't have that knowledge, she'd just be a regular person.
Yeah, that's possible.
Right? As opposed to a witch who can like conjure a fireball or can talk to animals or can suck the life force out of children just because she is who she is, right?
We're definitely presented with that being how it is because we see Alex at the end eventually do some magic of his own to resolve the situation. But that doesn't exclude the idea that maybe they have some magical blood that allows them to... Like, it's very specifically their blood that they have to smear over a stick. And, like, I've cut myself playing in the woods. I didn't break the stick or have anyone's hair wrapped around it. But you never know.
Yeah. Well, it seems like the tree that she brought into the house. Right. When she shows up, Dad's pulling this potted tree out of the back of the car. And then we see it in her room a couple times. I think that tree is maybe what the magic thing is.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't think it's stick hair blood that's all you need. I'm pretty sure it's
magic
stick hair blood.
Right. I'm just arguing it could also be magic blood on some level.
Yeah. No, it certainly could. It certainly could be you're in a magical bloodline and you can do this, but like Josh Brolin couldn't do it if he tried.
Right.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, I think one of the morals of this movie is don't let anyone else see your methods if you're a method witch.
Right.
Not even like a dumb 9-year-old kid, because maybe they're smart and maybe they can figure it out.
Right.
And then maybe you'll get killed. Because that's her downfall. She's doing all right. Like, she's winning. And then Alex, because he saw her do it at the kitchen table with her parents that one time, is able to recreate it, figure out how to turn this on her, and then that's it.
I feel like... I mean, given the way the events play out, is she goes, don't cross the salt, go to your room, go to bed, don't cross the salt line. And then she goes into the master bedroom and then teleports to the basement. If she hadn't done that, she would have been there to stop him, right? So it's, one, don't show anyone else your method, but be there to protect your components. Keep them on hand. Don't leave to go and jump scare someone in the basement.
Yeah, don't assume that the mind-controlled parents of this poor 9-year-old are going to be able to kill him like they're supposed to if he crosses the salt line, which was just like, oh my gosh. Like, Alex needs all the therapy. Everyone in this movie needs all the therapy once this is over.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's what happens. Bottom line, I mean, whatever. Julie Garner and Josh Brolin show up. They figure it out using straight lines technology. Where do they intersect?
And then they draw a circle, and she just happened to be stalking Alex, so she knows that, like, that street particularly well, and they go there. And
Yep.
there's a cop, and she's like, "Oh, it's Dave." Dave waves them on in, but he's been mind controlled. And then there's a fight scene where she like potato peels his face, which is one, really creepy, and two, like I question why the potato peeler was out when we know this kid's been living off soup for the last month.
Yeah, and also I don't know, you can fairly well tell that the person who's trying to kill you isn't really there. And that a regular person might react to getting their face potato peeled, but it really seems like they're not present and probably doesn't care that their face is getting potato peeled.
Yep.
Yeah, which is how it turns out, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to just to the soup real quick.
Uh-huh.
Good storytelling. There's the little tiny scene where Alex is using the can opener on the can of chicken noodle soup, and like he can't quite get it. It's tough for him to turn. It's like between his legs and like spilling everywhere. And then the next time we see him with the soup, it's pull tops.
Right, because he goes to the supermarket to buy soup, and he makes sure he gets the easy to open ones. Yeah. Clever kid.
Yeah, clever kid. And I like they don't make a huge deal about it. He doesn't tell anyone what's going on. He just does it, and they show him doing it, and it's just good movie making. I thought that was nice. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, and then Josh Brolin gets twigged because he goes to the basement and he finds the kids, and he's looking for his son in particular, and then gets jump scared by Witch,
who steals his dog tags.
I guess. Yeah, you have to have something that belongs to the
right
person to mind control them. Yeah.
I thought you just needed the hair. Well, I guess hair belongs to you.
That's something that belongs to them.
Right.
No, the way they got all the kids was Alex pulled all the like drawn on labels from their cubbies.
Yeah, but that makes the scene with the principal where she's like, I need to like I want to, can I have some water in a bowl, please? It's a bit weird, but I don't even try to rationalize it. She takes his hair. You could have grabbed any object that you're in his house.
Yeah. It feels like there's a certain level of like inherent unique personality that has to be involved with it. Like, I don't know if you could get somebody's like rolling pin. You know what I mean?
What if it was a professional professional bakers, their rolling pin?
Yes, and maybe if like they'd been using it for 40 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Maybe. Yep. That's fine.
That's what it felt like to me. That's all.
Yep. I mean, how bad, how silly would you feel as this witch if you found out someone was wearing a wig?
Yeah. You go to all this trouble to snip their hair, and then you're like, why isn't it working? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really high quality wig. I couldn't even tell it wasn't hair. Or it is hair, right?
Yeah.
It's just someone else's hair. Someone else in like another state is like mind controlled now. Yeah. So anyway, the final scene, which is very Whitest Kids You Know. The witch is being chased through the neighborhood by the 17 second grade kids who are bloodthirsty, bent on murdering her. Because of the same magic that she's been using, and it's been turned on her, and she knows.
Right. And it goes from like I said, the movie stopped being scary when the principal was a zombie, but it's still tense, right? And it's still very serious. And then there's a moment where she goes, "Oh shit!" And then it's just this old lady running through a neighborhood, being chased by screaming kids. Right. And it's very funny, but very like off kilter. Like you're like, this doesn't fit in the last, like, what I spent the last hour and a half watching.
Honestly, Whitest Kids You Know coded so hard. That is something they would do a lot in their sketches. Yeah.
Right.
Huge tonal shifts, 100%. So, yeah, so it makes sense. So they chase her down, tackle her onto a lawn, rip her upper jaw from the rest of her head.
The kids just pull at anything they can until anything breaks, and it's jaw and skull and everything else. By the time
arms are going,
by the time Josh Brolin turns up, she's just like a red stain on the lawn. Like there isn't enough of her left to be like available for forensic evidence. Like you can't pull a fingerprint off anything or a dental record.
It sure doesn't look like it. No. Yeah. And then another thing I like about the movie is at the end, Josh Brolin is reunited with his kid,
Mm-hmm.
but his kid doesn't react to his dad
Right.
being there at all.
Because they're still
Like
under the mind control effects in general.
they've completed the mission they've been given, which is to murder this old lady, and
Right.
now that it's done, they're just like on standby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And it's not, we don't get like a tearful, Dad, I missed you. You came and found me. I love you so much.
no.
It's a zombie kid that he gets and takes home. And it's like, this is terrible.
And
Holy
yeah,
shit.
in the like epilogue voiceover, we do learn that years later, some of the kids have even started to speak. Like it's slowly wearing off.
It seems like the longer you're under the spell, the longer the effects are on you because Josh Brolin is mind controlled, but only for like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets out of it and he's fine.
Yeah, how does
But
he
like
get out of it? Is
I
it
assume,
is it's because she died?
yes,
Okay.
correct.
But we know that the like kill urges and impulse and the mind control can be broken if you drop the stick into water, into like a bowl of water.
Yep,
Because
seems like it.
Because the snapping of the stick is like, hey, go kill this person.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then when you're done with them, you drop it in the water, and then
Right.
they're out.
But that just releases the kill order, not because like the principal was still mind controlled to go kill the lady, the teacher.
Yeah.
Although I am a little annoyed. The aunt, Alex's aunt, or great aunt, knew who had put in the like CPS tip or whatever, like the concern warning that, and she's like, well, I gotta go to. But had to go to the principal and be like, but has she put in the, like, can you still resend it, or like tell me who it is, you know? It's like, but you already know who it is. You already have the hair. You're going to use it in this scene to get her killed.
Yeah, I think is another scene we haven't talked about. Julia Gardner is like stalking Alex's house, and she falls asleep in her car across the street. And then we just get a scene of someone opening the door, and like kind of tottering across the lawn, holding up something glinting in their hand, and you're like, okay, she is so dead.
Right.
So we just get the scene from inside the car. Julia's asleep. And we see out, and we see the person come to the door, and like look in, and then just kind of like move on, and you're like, okay, all right.
And then the back door
and
opens.
then you hear a car door open, and you're like, no. It's good. That is so good. And then the person cuts a lock of her hair off and leaves.
Yep.
So she doesn't die. It's great. Everything's fine.
Right. But it makes all the scenes where the aunt is what? Do we know her name?
No, maybe. I'm sure she has a name.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like she's going to the principal to be like, tell me who it is, who like maybe is going to have the police come sniffing by again, because the first time they did that was a lot of work to cover it up.
Apparently it's Gladys.
Gladys, that's it, yeah. But it's like, why? You know who it is already.
Yeah.
And there's two scenes where Julia Gardner and Josh Brolin are sleeping, and they have nightmares of a lady with terrible, terrible makeup and a red wig. And it's almost like clown makeup in that moment, like those moments.
It's Joker-esque.
Yeah.
It's Dark Knight Joker face paint in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
No, I'm just saying it was distracting. Because I was like, why are these guys made up like Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight?
But here's the thing. We also don't know why she was haunting their dreams. Even the
we don't.
Even the junkie who was trying to escape from the cops runs into like the woods, and he sees her sitting out there, and we have no idea why. Like,
no, we don't.
Was he hallucinating that, or was no answers? It's like
no.
but that's fine. We don't need answers. I don't think it's the movie where I think having strict answers would actually be better.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it. And I mean, the allegory of school shootings is pretty heavily all over this thing.
Sure.
Right? I mean, not just the fact that Josh Brolin has a dream where he sees an AK-47
I think it was an M16
over the roof of somebody's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
With 217 over it.
Yep.
But just the concept that just ignore the plot of the movie and just starting out, a class of children is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's one left. All of them are gone.
Right.
The town's dealing with the grief of them being gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some overtures here of that, certainly. I don't think that's what the movie's about necessarily, but we're digging into that a little bit.
But you can definitely see the allegory there.
Yes.
Where it's like,
certainly.
if you took away the opening where it's like, and at 2:17 all the kids ran out, and instead it was just
they didn't show up to school.
They just didn't show up to school because they were all shot the day before in a school shooting. You would have essentially the same beat for beats for at least a lot of the people. It's like, why did why did that teacher fail to save our kids?
Yep. Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a good movie.
It is good.
It's a little scary, but 2 thumbs up.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. When you were like, all these horror trailers at the start make me realize how much I hate horror. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. So I learned that there are 3 upcoming horror movies. One is about American football, where a kid is like, maybe gets into a program to like become a pro footballer, but it's really like a death cult, and they're gonna like throw footballs at your face from a foot away until you bleed. I don't know. It's very psychological kind of horror about like what people are willing to do for fame, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
The Conjuring has a scary ass trailer where there's you like a frame lingers just long enough for you to realize someone has an extra hand on like their shoulder, and then it slips away. That was fun. And then there's another one. I can't remember what it was called, but I laughed very hard in the theater because there's a character, like the villain has like this, I don't know, it's a mask and he's the devil or whatever, but it looks like who is like the generic horror villain? Not like he like wears a mask. It's not Jason. Michael Myers, that's it. It's kind of a mask that looks a bit like that, but it's him going shoo, 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 as he ice skates over a frozen lake out of the fog. And I'm like, that's just funny.
That is funny. What a fun idea. Put Michael Myers on ice skates. Just like a pirouette.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And yeah, I don't want to see any of those, so we're not watching
That's
those.
fair. Are you at all interested in watching Barbarian?
Is it good?
It's good.
Okay, I'll give it a go. Does it have a hard cut into Why Does Kid You Know comedy? No, that's a no.
Yes. Well, it's not the same way.
No, it's not the same way. But is it like a mass? Okay. How good is Justin Long in it?
So good.
Okay. Great.
Oh my gosh, he is a ton of fun. He's my favorite character in it.
I will do it for Justin Long.
Okay, good. Yeah, there are a couple scenes he's in that are just like laugh out loud funny, but also in like a oh no, like a horrific kind of way too. It's a interesting mix with him. So
fair enough.
Okay. Is it on Netflix there? Probably not, considering how different the libraries are.
Well, I don't have a Netflix account at the moment, so.
Oh. All right.
Where can I watch? Just stream Barbarian. Apple TV. I can buy it for $11.99.
Blah. That sucks.
Is it worth $11.99?
There's not even a rent option?
It does not say it. I mean, I have the $11.99. That's not an issue.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's a fun time. Bill Skarsgård is in it. He's awesome. Yeah, there's an unknown lady in it that I've never seen before, but I think
Oh,
she's
okay.
great too. Honestly, good performances all the way around.
Fair enough. I will wait for a day off work, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning or 2:17 in the morning, and I'll.
Yeah.
It's nice and dark out. I'll give it a watch.
Okay, deal. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Cool.
So the book,
The book, The Warhammer.
the just as scary Ultramarines, and
Just what?
the just as scary. Um.
Oh, yes. I mean, there's a lot of horror stuff in this book. There's a lot of like,
Body horror.
what the hell? Yeah. A space marine gets sewn into the giant body of a woman
Uh huh.
who is magically able to produce chaos space marines in her womb
Uh huh.
by having children put into the womb, gestate for a while, and then excised. Like, holy shit! Who comes up with this stuff?
Graham McNeill.
Graham McNeill.
So you can see why it was a good choice to get Graham to do the Emperor's Children, full to debauchery and crazy stuff for the heresy.
He's got a handle on it, that's for sure. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did we read?
We read Black Sky or Dead Sky Black Sun.
Yeah, I believe that is what it's called. Yes, this is the third book in the Chronicles of Uriel Ventress. Another book where Uriel feels like a passenger in his own story. To be honest.
I mean, he pushes people to do things. He makes decisions. He, on his own, escapes the womb of a giant woman trying to gestate him.
On his own, or with a spirit quest vision from his dead captain?
I mean, yes. However real the spirit dead quest vision is with his old captain is, I don't know, man. Yeah, right?
Right. So this book picks up after shit, what was the last book called?
No idea.
Well, no, the planet. The planet.
The Tyranids are here.
The Tyranids are here, yeah. Where he is under censure for stripping a Thunderhawk of its armor plating so that it could be light enough to carry a heavier payload and still make a distance. And they're like, that you didn't.
In order to prevent a Tyranid hive swarm from murdering untold planets and this entire sector.
Right, but if he had just stayed on the ground with his men and fought them in honorable one-on-one combat, he would have achieved the same thing. So
boggles the mind. Like, I like the Ultramarines. And I understand they're basic and they're the good boys and they're boring and there's people that really hate the Ultramarines and I get it.
Right.
But the first time I was like, what the hell, Ultramarines? You guys are fucked up. What is wrong with you?
So I will say this book, the one thing I do like about that aspect of the book is there is an argument to be made that in 40K, things have like deteriorated a lot since the time of the Heresy and the Great Crusade, and that the Ultramarines, without the actual wisdom of Rebrute Guilliman, have become thoroughly hidebound to the Codex.
Yeah, I get it.
And
I understand that.
Right.
I do, but let me tell you another thing that bothers me about this. If Uriel had been like, there is a decent chance I'm going to be sent on a death quest for doing this. In the previous book, I'd be like, okay, he's risking this to destroy the Tyranid hive, and he understands the risks. He knows what it is to be an Ultramarine in this time. Okay. And oh no, it happened. That sucks. But at no point is he like, this is a real possibility. He goes back home and is like, we're heroes. Let me chisel in the names of the dead on the wall. He's not worried about it at all. And then they're like, Ventress, heresy. And he's like, man.
Right.
Okay.
So counterpoint.
Okay.
His like second sergeant, the one who like had a beef with him when they were in high school, is the one that rats him out, right? Like he submits a formal complaint, and I think there's an alternative reading of the events where Tiggy and Calgar have gone, hey, we've just had like a prognostication that there's some shit somewhere. going down that it sounds heretical. We need to send somebody to go get killed. And they're just like, well, two birds, one stone. Let's just kick Uriel out, you know? We can use this as
the captain of the first company.
Fourth.
He's not important. Sorry, the fourth company. He's not important at all. Nope.
No, you know what he is? Capable. Because he's a captain.
Incredibly capable. That's true.
He's a captain. A captain and his best friend with a magic arm.
Yeah.
So they kick him out.
Nobody flags for a long time.
Yeah. So they kick him out. They strip him of his heraldry, like his Ultramarine heraldry, put him on a ship, and are like, good luck completing your Death Oath. We don't know where in the galaxy that is. And before they're even out of the system, the crazy train boards their ship and billhooks them and steals them and takes them exactly where they need to go.
Very, very nice. Yeah.
Very convenient.
Very convenient. It is.
Yeah.
Can I just say, too, that Uriel's like, right. It's probably that guy that I've had a rivalry with since we were kids who ratted me out.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, 6 or 7 times in the book, he's like, I don't hold any ill will towards that guy. He did what was right. I'm like, Uriel, what the hell? And then, like, 100 pages later, he's like, man, that sure was the right decision that dude made. He was, he's an upstanding Marine. I hope to be like him. And I'm like, why are we belaboring this so hard, Uriel? What's going on? It's like we don't want the readers to think that Uriel's harboring a grudge against this dude, apparently.
He has to be the most upright standing Space Marine of all time.
Yes.
He's all courage and honor and nothing else.
Correct.
Almost literally nothing else.
Pretty much. Yeah, I think to the detriment of his characterization as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this book is plagued with a lot of stuff that I think I probably would have criticized the last book about, where it's like somebody explains something or says something like, oh, the demon, it's a mortal enemy of the other demon, and Uriel will go, well, what does that mean? You know, it's like everything. He has no ability to actually think for himself to work out like a metaphysical problem. It's just,
if he's shown the problem, he will try to fix it.
Yeah.
But if he has to infer what the problem is, he cannot do that.
Right. He has to ask every time.
Yes. Accurate.
It gets a little tedious, like his characterization being that way.
Yeah.
Overall, the plot is kind of nice in that it's different from the last 2 books, where it's like, oh, we get at least some crazy shit. We get Chaos Marines fighting themselves. We get Honsu, who is so comic book villain. It's like he needs a mustache and like a pipe and a top hat or something, right?
He does.
But you know, he's doing crazy things, and this is all taking place on a Chaos world in the Eye of Terror that apparently has Perturabo on it, and he doesn't show up at all, which...
No, but they very particularly tell us he's here, and I'm like, oh, I want to see Perturabo, and they're like, no, you can't.
Right. Oh, man. I just got reminded that one of the, like, I don't know, inconsistencies. There's a scene where Uriel's rallying all these renegade Marines to be like, come help us fulfill our Death Oath. Also, this totally won't be binding later, Ardaric Vans, but it will be to the regular human who agrees at the end of the book. He's like, oh, you agreed. You can't leave now. You're bound to our Death Oath. But, like, all the Space Marines who buggered off at the same time weren't bound.
You know who it's easy to enforce a Death Oath on? A random dude.
Right.
You know who's hard to enforce a Death Oath on? A Space Marine.
Right. But I feel like by the book, Uriel would try.
Yeah.
And it's just...
You're not wrong. He would have tried.
And it's just because he says, well, if you leave now, random human, you've failed the Death Oath for all of us. And it's like, well, if that were true, then Ardaric Van has already failed the Death Oath for everyone. So let's just ignore that. But he's trying to rally them all. And he's like, oh, remember, you have courage and honor and to do the right thing as a Space Marine for the Emperor. And they start, like, shouting out victories and, like, celebrations, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that they celebrate is the Cage of Iron. So,
Okay.
Cage of Iron, as far as I'm aware, has not been written yet into a novel, but that is where Perturabo turns into a demon prince. It's just after the siege, on his way, like, fleeing Terra, or, I'm sorry, retreating or advancing in the opposite direction from Terra. He lays a trap for Dawn and his sons, and he kills basically all of the remaining Imperial Fists in this huge trap called the Iron Cage. And he turns into a demon prince for reasons that we don't yet have because it hasn't been written. It's just like talked about in the codex.
Right.
But here we have an Imperial Fist or a Crimson Fist, a successor chapter, being like, remember the Iron Cage? That battle we lost 10,000 years ago?
And got our asses kicked super hard. Remember that?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
so
a weird one.
The book's got a couple of those. I don't like that everyone has to use the full, like, proper noun for everything. Honsu is like, I will give you to the Savage Morticians. Take them to the Hall of the Savage Morticians. The Savage Morticians will do exactly whatever they want with you because they're the Savage Morticians. It's like, really?
Uriel looked around. Oh, no. It was the Savage Morticians.
Yeah. Right. You couldn't shorthand this at all. Some familiarity between these characters. We'd be like, maybe Honsu calls them by their names.
Yeah. Me. Wow. Except he's a right bastard, so probably doesn't.
True. Honsu as a character is, laughably scary, which is nice. Like, it's fun. But at the same time, he's like, remember when the Emperor turned his back on us? And it's like, you were made after the heresy. The Emperor was on his chair before you were, like, shitting in Dawn's diapers. Dawn and Perturabo's diapers, since you're a half-breed.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's the legend, right?
Sure, yeah.
He's had people tell him the story for 10,000 years. Like, you might as well put yourself in it,
Might as well.
Yeah. And that's the rallying cry of the Chaos Marine, right? I mean, if they're at all attempting to justify their own actions remotely, which a lot of them don't bother, then you're going to do that. You're going to say the Emperor betrayed us, etc., etc.
Right.
Yeah.
It just feels a bit strange because, like, we know he wasn't there. Because...
Yeah, no, I know.
The
timeline doesn't make any sense.
We got a short story where his gene seed gets harvested, and, I'm just saying. That was all written after, I get it.
Yeah, totally. Continuity is tough in Warhammer, it turns out.
It is. And, hey, there's probably some short story somewhere where it's actually like Honsu totally goes back in time and fights for the Iron Warriors during the Great Crusade.
Some more bullshit happens, and he totally goes back in time. It's awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Not wrong.
Also, this book turns out to, I think, be a, like, stealth sequel to another book, which I had totally forgotten. Like, I remember working it out because we get, like, at the very end, the random colonel from the guard is like, oh, there's another person from my regiment. I'd recognize that emblem anywhere. I'm gonna go over there and save them. And then he gets, like, this real melancholy, introspective about, like, all the men under his command and the surprising bravery of whatever guy at this other battle. And it's like, have these been characters? Are these, like, plot hooks from another story? From someone else's book?
Yeah. It kind of sounds like it.
I assume it is. I should try to look that up. Because I don't know that I've read it. Oh, great. The Lexicanum does not have good results. It doesn't have a lot written here for it.
Oh, well. My question was, so the reason Trooper is reunited with somebody in his troop is that Demon
Train
shows up.
Demon Train?
No. The Avatar of Blood?
The Heart of Blood.
The Heart of Blood.
Yeah.
And then there's the Avatar of Corn as well. Or is that the same thing?
No, I think those are different things. I think the Heart of Blood summons an Avatar of Corn.
Yeah.
Also, I've just looked it up that Gray and McNeill had a 2002 book called Storm of Iron.
Okay.
And that might be the Battle of Hydrocordatus, because it does say that there's like Lieutenant Laria Utorian and like Major Tedeschi and Colonel Mikhail Leonid. They're in that book. It's not linked in the Lexicandum, so it's a little hard to work out. But yeah, apparently Graham was like, hey, I could follow up with some other characters from another book that he wrote. So I'm going to throw that onto the wheel at some point.
Interesting. Fair enough.
Classic Iron Warriors book. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so at some point we have like 3 demons fighting. It's the Heart of Blood, the Avatar of Corn, and the Omphilus Demonium, the magic train.
Train guy, right.
Train guy.
The hilariously on the nose train guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so who is it that is inhabiting the body of the random guards woman? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's a part in this book where it's like, and so the armor is removed one at a time and flies off magically because it's magic armor, and the
it's a god's
person
woman?
in the armor diminishes immensely, and when it's all over, it's like a guardsman standing there looking confused, and the guy we know is like, that she's in my troop.
Right.
He's like, I gotta go help her. And I'm like, wait, what happened?
Right.
They never explain what happens there.
Yeah, no.
I'm so confused by it.
So this just says that Colonel Leonid sought to avenge his longtime friend by aiding in the destruction of Honsu's fortress, Kalin Gol. Okay, that makes sense. After finding Lariana Utorian, a previously possessed member of his regiment, Leonid died sacrificing the boast, detonating a melter bomb. A melter bomb, by the way, that he stole because he didn't want this other Iron Warrior to get killed too easily because he was a dick. And he like stuffs it into his coat pocket. A melter bomb is like this, right? Like you don't just put that in your coat and not have a Space Marine notice it, Graham.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, so I'm going to assume that they talked about how during this battle of Hydrocordatus, the guard actually managed to kill the train driver, and it like they drove it back into like the train or whatever, and that allowed the demon of the train to possess the driver, right?
Okay.
And so that would put this other random guards lady in relative position to be there with the train. That like the train brings her and has possessed her and gives up that possession at some point.
For some reason, in the middle of a fight with other demons.
Because magic powers, right?
Yeah.
That's the best I got.
Yeah. Because they don't give us anything. It's just like, holy shit, huge demon. Wait, what's that?
There's a person there.
What's going on? And then she doesn't give us anything. And What's-His-Face doesn't know what's happening either. He's just like, she's part of my regiment. We must stick together. And it's like, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
But also, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, cool. I just don't know why that had to happen. We did not need that in this book.
Nope.
At all.
Again, it's all follow-up for Storm of Iron, where Graham's like, now's my chance to give these other characters their little moment. Wrap things up in a bow.
Yeah, fair.
Which, great. How about wrapping this book up in a bow, Graham? Because
seriously, Graham.
At the end of it, the Unfleshed and Uriel and Pausanias are like, great, let's get back on the demon train. What could go wrong to our souls?
Right. Why? Because there's nothing else to do, I guess.
Because it beats staying on Medringard?
So how does a death oath work? Did Uriel fulfill his death oath?
Yeah, because they were sent to kill the Demonculaba, which is the giant ladies.
And they did.
They did. So now they get...
Can they go home now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So they're just hoping the train takes them somewhere vaguely helpful.
Someone remotely where they can get home.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So they can go home.
It just felt so final when they were being sent off.
Yeah.
Like, we fully expect you to die doing this.
Oh,
Like,
of course.
there is no chance you're going to win.
They sent 2 Space Marines out into the galaxy to a place they don't know to fight a thing they're not sure what it is.
But it's real bad.
But it's real bad. It's like, yeah.
But you didn't count on Uriel Ventress being the greatest, bestest boy, did you?
Right. No, they did not.
Yeah, they did not. All right, so Hansu loses his fortress because political machinations involving demons and other Chaos Space Marine forces and yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he has a nice shiny new arm, which I guess they grafted onto him when I wasn't listening.
Yeah, there was some time there, sure. And he's got a baby Uriel Space Marine.
Yeah. He's grown a clone.
Yeah.
It is so very Chaos Marine to, like, grow a Space Marine from a different, like, from a Loyalist chapter and then bully him for it, even though he's just as Chaos as they are.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
It's what's going on with Hansu and why they call him a half-breed, but, you know.
Yep. Very, very Chaos of everybody involved. So then, so the very end, Hansu catches up with one of the Renegade Space Marines, the one that has no sense of honor left at all. And Uriel keeps trying to be like, it's in there somewhere, man. You can be good again. And the guy's like, no, it's impossible. Screw you. So he goes off on his own. And Hansu's like, well, I could use some more Space Marines. You want to join up? And the guy's like, sure, what the hell? So good.
What a dipshit. It sucks because he was arguably one of the more interesting characters of the book, where it's like, oh, here's a Space Marine who's still kind of loyal. He just doesn't believe he really has any honor, but he's stuck on Medrengard. He's got a little pack of renegades, and he's still fighting the Iron Warriors.
Yeah.
Right?
He's doing pretty good at it, too, yeah.
Yeah. And then he's just like, at the end, it's like, my warband got killed because of Uriel's death oath. I guess I'll join the Iron Warriors.
Yeah.
Sure, Graham.
Sure, Graham. Because he certainly hates the Iron Warriors with a fiery passion the whole time we know him. Again, he doesn't see himself as a good dude.
Nope.
He doesn't want to help people and risk his own life. But, like, at no point is he like, man, the Iron Warriors sure make some good points. He just goes from, like, I hate Iron Warriors to let's join up with Hansu immediately.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. That's the book.
That's the book. Yep. So Uriel Ventress will return in future books. So he doesn't get to come off the wheel.
Okay, deal.
But yeah, that's just time for the wheel.
Time for the wheel.
Time for the wheel. Okay, so Chaos Space Marine Soul Hunter still up there with the biggest chunk, since it's the only one who I'm not resetting if we land on it, like if we get a different Chaos Space Marine or whatever. Imperial Guard have tiny little slivers, but they're there. A couple of one-offs. I'm hoping we stop landing on series. That way we can, like, wipe off a couple things, you know? If we get Gaunt's Ghosts, if we get freaking Uriel Ventress, it's like, these are 15-book series. Alright. Spin the wheel. Tiny sliver. It is Death Welter, a Astra Militarum book. We're going back to the guard, baby.
Doc Bravo's gonna be so mad.
He is. He's gonna be absolutely furious. So yeah, that's Death Welder. Written by Victoria Haywood, I believe it said. Death Welder. Let's double check that. I read this fairly recently because it's actually a pretty new book. Yeah, Victoria Haywood, April 23, 2024. So it's a little over a year old.
Okay. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I remember enjoying this book. That's what I'm gonna say about it.
Deal.
It's about the guard. I guess I can say that.
It certainly is about the guard.
Yep,
They have chainsaws even.
they do.
And more Tyranids, apparently.
Yes, it is also about the Tyranids. So this book's really great in that it shows your Tyranids decomposing the planet. The adventures of these guardsmen take place over various stages of decomposition, and that has effects, and it's frighteningly great.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep, it's fun.
All right, done. Sounds good. Let's wrap it up. I gotta pick up my kid from marching band practice. Hooray!
They can't march all the way home. That'd be great practice.
You'd think so. Yeah, right. All right, cool. So that's going to be it from us today. This has been Falcon Paladin and Somicron with another edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour. You can watch us live at twitch.tv/Somicron. You can sub to the channel with a Amazon Prime subscription for free if you want, or just by doing it the normal way with money. You can also support the podcast by doing patreon.com/Somicron or buying merch at falconpaladin.store. And also you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/@Somicron. That's where all the VODs go afterwards. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the Warhammer stuff and talk about weapons. We'll be back next week with similar ideas. And until then, you take care of yourself. Bye.
Bye.